The IRS with their 87,000 new
New
agents, their
agents.
80 billion new dollars. They've also mistakenly exposed just 120,000 individuals' taxpayer information that may have been affected. A lot of this, of course, comes from their favorite target, which is the nonprofit world and C3 organizations, other organizations that file 990s with the IRS. You've got documents exposed. But again, 120,000 individuals. They just say, oh, well, it does have your social security number, but does have your detailed account holder information. Personal income tax returns are included in this. Now, again, where this, I think, goes is to when you have an IRS, big bureaucracy, operating from home, and, again, they can't even use the technology they've got, which we know is
But don't worry.
to keep your information secure. And this is, again, this goes back to that problem of just in Washington dealing with these bureaucracies. They do not function.
You made the statement about dealing with the agents at home. I mean, here's what you had. You were literally faxing documents to their home, taxpayer documents. This is absurd. So the Wall Street Journal had a great piece, and it's entitled "Another Week, Another Leak at the IRS." Let me read this for you. It says, "Speedy isn't the first word we associate with the Internal Revenue Service, but the agency hardly wasted a minute in showing why it shouldn't be trusted with tens of billions of dollars in new funding. Once again, it has managed to fail its most basic mandate: keep taxpayer information private, which is their primary mandate of taxpayer privacy. That's part of their mission. The IRS held a press conference, this happened on Friday, that it had, quote, inadvertently, I love this, inadvertently published confidential information which details about 120,000 taxpayers. Disclosures included names, contact information, and financial information. And the Wall Street Journal goes on to say the Democrats recently handed the IRS $80 billion in new funding in full knowledge of these shortcomings. Not to fix them, mind you, because remember, how much they had for that? Very little. Here's the problem. You now have 87,000 Internal Revenue Service agents going to be hired for a system that does not work. And are we at a point where we think that's okay? Because I think the answer to that should be, Jordan, no, it's not okay. And that's where Congress comes in and says, you know what? And that's where, if the Republicans get the House and the Senate, or even just the House, maybe you could defund some of this stuff.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the idea here is if they can't get just the basics right, why are we saying, okay, it's smart to give them $80 billion when they're not spending that $80 billion on this?